The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayor's and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Hey, welcome everyone to this week's episode of the Mayor's and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel, and each week we bring you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. We're going to start with John Moffett, Supervisor, Town of Mendon. What's moving in Mendon, John?
Hi, Chris. A couple of things today. First of all, the Mendon Youth Center is now closed for the season. We will open it back up probably in mid to late September. No official date, but it was great to have it open. As some of you may know, we opened it. COVID reared its ugly head and shut us down for an extended period of time, and then we reopened it last fall. So it went very well. I think we had very good participation of the middle school students, grades 6, 7, and 8, that it was intended for. And we appreciate the support of the community. Also, dovetailing into that is summer recreation sign up. The late fee goes into effect June 1st. So if your children are going to summer rec, please contact the summer rec program through the Honeoye Falls-Lima Central School. As many of you will probably read this, and this event will have already gone by. The weather looks great for Memorial Day, and immediately following the local ceremonies at 2 p.m., we're going to have a grand opening for the Splash Park, and that's at 141 Semmel Road. There is another part to that, which is the military memorial, which is called Dust Off, and that ribbon cutting and dedication will take place on Sunday, June 11th at 11 o'clock a.m. A couple other items is that the state budget did pass, and we were happy to see that. Outlined a couple of things from it. One is being that new buildings will starting December 31st, 2025, will not be able to have fossil fuel equipment inside the building for things like heating and cooking. And then there's another that's for anything less than 7 stories, which of course we wouldn't have in the town of Mendon. And that prohibition does not apply to existing buildings. Had a few questions about that. Also, there is some new legislation regarding concealed carry in the budget, clarifying that some of the exemptions for law enforcement, military, and new exemptions for security at places of worship. Also, the senior citizens real property tax exemption update. It applies to qualify for the exemption. The senior has to submit their tax return. And for some seniors, they do not have a tax return, but if you have one, you have to submit it. And there are discounts up to an income of $50,000 using the new calculation model, which I will not go into, even though it's a long weekend. And last but not least, there's some changes in bail reform that I personally am glad to hear of, and I know our judges are too, that removes the least restrictive standard when making an order. So appreciate some of the information that we have through the Association of Towns to our local government regarding the state budget. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thanks, John. Next, we have Mike Falk, who is all decked out for Memorial Day. Mike, how's it looking in Lima?
Things are looking pretty good here in Lima. Your peaceful Memorial Day is possible due to the sacrifice of those that we remember. We are at the town of Lima looking for a part-time cleaner. Our cleaner is resigning because of taking another position in the medical field. So if you are a trustworthy person who would enjoy some part-time money cleaning the town hall and the courthouse, please contact the town clerk at 582-1130. Cell phones are now the predominant way to reach people. In an emergency, we have a hard time getting a hold of folks because we don't have their cell numbers. Here in Livingston County, the Sheriff's Department has a tool called HyperReach. It allows the people who have put in their contact information to have a mass communication sent to them when there is some sort of emergency here in the town of Lima, and that does include the village. So water main breaks, truck rollovers, chemical spills, etc. However, you actually have to go and put your information in order to be part of it. If you do not, then you will not receive any of the alerts. In order to get there, livingstoncounty.us is the county's website. Select under departments the sheriff, and then on the left-hand column, the HyperReach page. On there, there's a link. You just click it, put in your information and your cell phone number and sign up, and that's it. And then you will be part of the system. Lastly, the 88th Annual German Festival is Sunday, June 11th, from 11 to 7 out here in Lima. Just take 5 and 20 between Lima and West Bloomfield and follow the signs. There will be German food, beverages, entertainment. The 26-piece German-American musicians out of Buffalo will be performing, along with Eagle Gymnastics, the Alphorn Society playing the Alphorns like you see in the Ricola commercials. And there will be vintage VWs and Porsches on display and games and such for kids. We hope to see you there. That's all I've got, Chris.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Now it's over to Rick. Rick, what's happening in Honeoye Falls?
It's nice to be here again today, Chris. Although I'm still having some computer issues, so I hope this comes through okay. Just wanted to state we're very happy here in the village that Main Street, Honeoye Falls, looks absolutely fantastic with our West Main Street project finally getting almost done. The trees will be put in next week, but the sidewalk and the new tree pots came out very good. So we're looking to have that fully completed, but our flags and the flowers are up and it looks absolutely beautiful. Americana at its best. As the other guys are stating, we just wish all a wonderful Memorial Day holiday, great weekend that we're partaking in now. And certainly we hope all will take some time to pay respect and thanks to those who have served and have given all for this great nation. We appreciate all our veterans and all those who have served. And we also want to give our thanks to their families of those who have served as well and those we've lost. Please take time to attend one of the many wonderful Memorial Day gatherings in our communities. And we're lucky to be able to do that. I also, with that, I want to thank our Honeoye Falls Post 664 for leading all of our Honeoye Falls and Mendon and the North Bloomfield ceremonies. They do a wonderful job, and it's always great to have everyone together. I wanted to mention that Saturday, August 19th, 2023, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. is our second annual festival at the Falls. So we have brochures going out now. It's going to be a great day. Last year was the first year of bringing this festival back. And although it's only a one-day event right now, the Howard Hanna team and a small group of volunteers are doing an absolutely fantastic job at pulling this together. We hope that it's going to continue to grow. There'll be craft vendors and various vendors, live music, food. It should be a lot of fun. And then lastly, this week I was proud to stand with fellow legislators, the county executive, and many of our EMS representatives to announce the award of $4.2 million in ARPA funding. And it's designated to the Pittsford Ambulance, but it really is a county-wide program that Pittsford Ambulance is really going to kind of lead the charge on, but all of our local EMS agencies, including Honeoye Falls Mendon, signed on to this. And this is going to be a new EMS training program partnering with Monroe Community College, the Monroe County Emergency Services Group. This program will, as I said, was unanimously supported by local EMS chiefs. This will be a 4-year program that is designed to train 2 classes per year of 20 cohorts each, which will include a class of EMTs and a class of ALS technicians. And this program will fully fund all of the students in the program and will target underprivileged areas and also those who have any financial restrictions, maybe to going to school. This will fully fund this program to bring more EMTs and ALS technicians to the greater Monroe County area. The goal is to inform and attract more people to this career, aid in diversification of the field as well. And at the same time, anybody is going to be eligible for this program, anyone who wants to get into EMS. So this is very exciting for the EMS field in Monroe County and for our agencies throughout the area. Once these folks go through this program and get their certification, they will be required to work from an agency in Monroe County for a 2-year period. And but we're really thinking that this is going to be a very positive program for the EMS agencies. And we know that all of our EMS agencies are really struggling to bring more technicians in. So we hope this is going to be a great program. So that's really it for the week, Chris. We hope everyone has had a great Memorial Day weekend and a great Memorial Day coming up. And again, please get out there and pay your respects to those we've lost and those who have served. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick. John, Mike, anything more to add? Seeing none. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for being a part of today's show here. If you want to watch this show, it appears every Sunday at 1 o'clock on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Like the page, you'll be notified when it airs. Subscribe to the channel, you'll be notified when it airs there. With that, have a wonderful and respectful Memorial Day, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye for now.
Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.